First, I would like to express my appreciation to President of the Senate and the President of the Chamber of Deputies of Italy for holding this P20 meeting amidst the pandemic. The pandemic has led to humanitarian crisis. In 2020, as many as 255 million people lost their jobs and 125 million people fell back into poverty. There are several things that the P20 can do to alleviate the social burden and create jobs. First, to accelerate the speed of pandemic recovery and the rate of global vaccination. Health response is the key to recovery. According to the WHO, as of today, 5.7 billion vaccines have been administered globally, but there is no equal distribution of vaccine. If this vaccine had been provided equitably to 7.8 billion of the world population, we could achieve a more equal immunity with 73% of the world population receiving their first dose. The world needs a global plan to end the pandemic, including a global vaccination roadmap to achieve fair and equitable vaccine distribution by taking measure of accelerating dose sharing, increasing and diversifying global vaccine manufacturing, supporting technology transfer and waiver of intellectual property rights, eliminating vaccine discrimination. Countries with high vaccination rate tend to demonstrate higher economic growth. In Indonesia, our vaccination rate has achieved more than 150 million administered doses. We expect to achieve 70% of our first dose target before the end of 2021. Second, to drive strong and balanced economic growth in different regions. Positive economic growth will reopen jobs and in turn reduce the rate of unemployment. The IMF projects that world economic growth in 2021 may achieve 6%, but it will be unequal amongst countries. Therefore, the international community needs to coordinate economic policies, both in fiscal and monetary sector. Economic recovery should also be pursued alongside green economy implementation to create a strong, sustainable, and balanced growth. As for Indonesia, in the second half of 2021, our economy grew quite strongly at 7.07%. At the same time, Indonesia has also committed to realize quality and green economic policy. Third, to encourage the international community to support developing countries in addressing social impact of the pandemic, such as rising poverty and inequality. Developed countries still have the resources to lend their support. Recovery packages consist of 20% of GDP in developed countries, while it is only 2% in poor countries. Indonesia, we have allocated $52 billion for the pandemic recovery program in 2021 that helps mitigating social and economic impact of the pandemic. To achieve the above objective, we need the effort to enhance global partnership and strengthen multilateralism. National parliament can influence international position that a country holds and encourage governments to foster global solidarity and mutual trust instead of resorting to unilateral action. Finally, allow me to reiterate that only with global solidarity that we can together end the pandemic and resolve the social and employment crisis. Thank you.
Thank you. Terima kasih sudah nonton. Jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan share ya.